We sneak a bullet seed on entry. We are super low. We are going to shield this up. You already know that grass knot is going to be enough to wreck Swampert. Hi Swampert. Bye Swampert and escavalier. My god, do we have a fucking surprise for you? Get fucking wrecked. GG's and thanks for playing. So let's get into today's video. Fossil Cup is here, and without a doubt I was not looking forward to this meta because shadows, especially triple shadows, do not look particularly good. But this is the home of shadow Pokemon, so we are going to attempt to make shadows work anyway. Would I recommend this team? Absolutely not. I lost my first 9 battles using this team, and then miraculously we went on a 10-game win streak. So it started off dreadful, and we somehow started to win. But that's pretty much the meta. It's super fucking RPS. Speaking of which, we win lead. I lost pretty much every lead to a Swampert, and finally Mawile is winning a lead. We see the big tin can in the lead, and Mawile is absolutely feasting. The opponent is staying in. They switch out into Whiscash, and we've got yet another hard counter. The opponent doesn't even build up to the Blizzard, so Cradilly is going to dance away. Tank that on the chin, looking at Whiscash like, what the fuck are you doing? At least throw 9 mud shots to attempt to bait a shield. The opponent does not do that. They commit a shield, and once again, this is a mud bomb, and Cradilly is going to show zero respect to Whiscash. We're already at the second grass knot. If the opponent commits the second shield, they're going to be very sad, as we've got the big Quagman in the back. The opponent has a Ludicolo, and this game is over. We come in to Mawile as we've got the Quag for that Registeel, but the opponent is staying in. So Mawile is pretty much going to sweep this team. The opponent combo plays into Reggie. We've got 2 shields. We're just going to shield it up, commit to the farm down, and we're pretty much going to tap our way to our first victory in the Fossil Cup. GG's and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle. Normal service has resumed. Another fucking Swampert. We say switch into Quag, and we get hard countered with a Ferrothorn. We have seen this team around 5 times this morning already, and I'm getting pretty fucking tilted. We land the Earthquake. This opponent's IVs are clearly absolutely garbage, as that did a lot more damage than all the other ones. So I am going to shield this up, commit to the mud shot down, and we are going to attempt to flip switch. Niantic, what's going on? We have a shield. What's going on? Are we going to get a third shield glitch? I've turned my Wi-Fi off. We're still lagging. We're still stuck here. This is 2 times speed battles, so this is around 30-40 seconds we have seen so far, and I'm still thinking, what the fuck is going on? I am tempted to top left, but I try once again, and we finally unfreeze when I turn Wi-Fi back on. We get the third shield glitch. Well, it's actually a 2.5 shield glitch. That still did reasonable damage to Quag, but we did manage to mud shot down. We gained a shield against the Swampert, and we've seen this team time and time again. It is the big motherfucking tin can in the back, so we are going to tank this move. We are going to look to switch out into Mawile. We knew the tin can was going to attempt to catch the move, and we are not that stupid. We've still got 2 shields. We're going to shield up absolutely everything, commit to the Firefang farm down, and despite being pretty hard countered, Niantic decided after 9 straight losses, we're going to give you a few free wins. And because this opponent is running the most basic bitch meta team in the world, am I sorry? No, sorry Mr. Opponent, you run basic bitch meta. You probably deserve this to happen. We're just going to allow Mawile to go down. Cradilly is going to commit to the bullet seed farm down, and that's all she wrote. GG's and thanks for playing. So on a more serious note, 9 out of 10 battles, we did see Water in the lead. So I've switched the team out. We've put Cradilly in the lead. We win lead. They switch out into Escavalier, and Mawile in the back absolutely destroys it. Back out comes the jellyfish, and Mawile isn't done. We're going straight for the play rough, expecting the no shield. It lands for big damage. The opponent throws on a CMP tie. They go for a bubble beam, which does mean we're going to get off even more resisted Firefang damage. The opponent is getting quite low. They're now going to throw a bubble beam. It doesn't quite take us out for no apparent reason whatsoever. I'm going to throw a double resisted power up punch. It probably does 1 HP worth of damage. The opponent switches out into Registeel, and in the 2 shield. What the heck is this tin can going to do against Quag? Absolutely fuck all, and GG's and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we see Razorleaf, Ludicolo in the lead. They say switch into Ferrothorn, a beautiful catch from the opponent, catching the grass knot. However, we come in to Mawile, and once again, we are absolutely feasting. So you could see earlier in the video that Mawile in the lead was dreadful, as everyone's hiding their steals in the back. So we shield up a Thunder. They can't come in to Ludicolo. Well, at least you'd think not. The opponent does come into Ludicolo. Holy crap, are you triple weak? To fire, it certainly looks like that. The opponent didn't shield the first power-up punch, so we're going straight for the second power-up punch. This Ludicolo is getting super low. We do resist all moves from Ludicolo, but fuck it, we're going to shield up, commit to the Fire Fang down, expect them to be triple weak, and my fucking god, they are triple weak. 3 Fire Fangs almost deletes this Lucario. They're at the Shadow Ball, but you're going to see the big thick Quag doesn't give a fuck about non-stab Shadow Ball. We tank that on the chin. Mud shot down, back out comes Ludicolo. We combo play into Cradilly and take that battle. GG's and thanks for playing. Normal service has resumed, another hard loss lead. We switch out into Quag and they come in to Arachnid, that pesky spider. However, this isn't the best matchup for them. We go straight for the Stone Edge. Obviously, I would say Hail Mary, but Earthquake, ironically, is the stab Hail Mary. Stone Edge happens to be a pretty good move. The opponent shields the first. We're already at the second. Is the opponent willing to double shield? They are not. Even debuff. That did big damage. I do believe I survived another Bubble Beam, and the opponent is about to be very sad. We do survive the Bubble Beam. We try and undertap the Stone Edge. We die with the move. Not fantastic. But either way, once again, I dare the opponent to Bug Buzz me, and I fucking did not think so. They go for a really risky Bubble Beam bait, and we are just going to take him out now with this Grass Knot. Grass Knot takes out the spider, and we are looking to spam out Mawile, hoping we can sweep. They've got azumeril in the back, and once again, hello game. What the fuck? I don't know what happens every time we get a new cup for the first time. This is the absolute nonsense we look at. We're just lagging, like still lagging. Wi-Fi off, Wi-Fi on, who fucking knows? You can do whatever, but the end result is lag. I wouldn't normally post battles with lag, but I had a look on Twitter and absolutely everyone was lagging, so it kind of is what it is for today. I promise you this is the last battle that you do see lag in the video. You can see once again I try Wi-Fi off and Wi-Fi on. This game is over. I've got no idea why I haven't top left yet. I'm calling the Ice Beam bait, but it still does far too much damage. I banked the play rough, combo play into Cradilly. Lucario is super glassy, but the opponent smartly shields it up, and now this game is definitely over. I am going to throw a power-up punch for no reason whatsoever, and we're going to get countered down, and that is going to be a good game. So moving on into the next battle. Finally, we have no lag, but we do pick up a pretty rough lead. The opponent switches out into a Mantine or Mantine, however you would like to pronounce it. They've obviously played Spotlight Hour the other day and they want to try it out. However, this is not the best matchup because you can only hit me for neutral. However, we can hit for super effective due to your flying typing. The opponent shields up the first Stone Edge. We actually missed some bubbles there. Pulling up the apps menu on the side of my phone, I am now using a S22 Ultra, and to be honest, I'm still trying to get used to it. I'm making all sorts of strange plays with my phone, but either way, the opponent's shielded anyway. We get to the third Stone Edge, and that does decent damage. And now combo play into Cradilly, as we've got such a poor matchup against the Sudowoodo. I no shield the Ice Beam. We still make this Grass Knot. Grass Knot is going to hit for super effective. We one-shot Sudowoodo and there's hardly any health on our Cradilly to get farmed down. Back out comes the Mantine. They're desperately trying to wing attack us down. We sneak the Bullet Seed. I believe this is more than 1 HP. We do survive. We're going straight for the Grass Knot. We do not get KO'd through the shield. Grass Knot takes out Mantine. In the back is Peliper. And with a shield, this game is pretty much over. All we've got to do is make the play rough. You are going to see that as I was pretty tilted, I attempt to catch the Weather Ball onto my Quag for no apparent reason. But either way, it makes no difference. The opponent is going to fire off a Weather Ball, but that does not do enough damage. And as we are resisting the wing attacks, the opponent is trying to build up to the back-to-back, and that absolutely isn't happening. Play rough, takes out Peliper, GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we catch Peliper in the lead. A pretty strange matchup due to our water flying typing on the Peliper and our grass rock typing. We pretty much hit each other for neutral most of the time. However, Cradilly has access to Stone Edge. We build up to the Stone Edge. The opponent respects it. They are going straight Weather Ball. We tank the first one. We are going to shield the second. We are going to outpace to this Stone Edge. Is the opponent willing to give up their second shield? They are not, and Peliper gets absolutely nuked out of the sky. They come in to Escavalier, so we are going to save switch into the Quag, obviously knowing that our Mawile will absolutely feast on this. They go for the drill run. It doesn't do nearly enough damage to the Quag. They switch out into Swampert, and we're going straight for the Hail Mary. The opponent gives up their final shield. They are looking too much shot down. The opponent gets scared and froze. This is absolutely beautiful for us. We saved that Cradilly. It is super low. On HP, we sneak a Bullet Seed. On entry, we can now shield up this Hydro Cannon. We are going to get to the Grass Knot. Grass Knot is going to absolutely obliterate Swampert. Hi Swampert, bye Swampert, and it's time for Mawile to feast. Hi Escavalier, bye Escavalier, GG's, and thanks for playing. As you can tell, with the correct alignment, this team goes absolutely berserk. Moving on into the next battle, a dreadful lead. The opponent has Lucario on our Cradilly. They attempt to catch a Stone Edge on their Swampert, and I'm going for a very risky bait. And the opponent reads me like a book, and they shield it up. However, this is pretty ideal because for that Lucario matchup, we are going to want energy. Lucario is made of absolute paper, and as they stayed in for so long, letting us get off loads of additional mud shot damage, Cradilly is going to be threatening with a move, so we are going to tank the first one. We're hoping we can Bullet Seed all the way down before the opponent makes the second move. We unfortunately cannot, but we can shield this up, and we are close to the back-to-back moves. We are going to spam out Mawile, and the opponent has Skarmory in the back. The opponent obviously knew that the Lucario was really glass. They didn't want to tank the energy from the Cradilly. The opponent throws a Sky Attack. In comes Lucario. We are going to shield this up, and we are going to get off a power-up punch of our own. The opponent is going to be forced to shield this up, or it's going to do big damage. The opponent does shield it up, but we still Fire Fang down anyway. We are going to get off one more power-up punch. The Skarmory is at 2 air slashes. This should be pressuring the final shield. The opponent lets it go smartly. They're at 3. We're 1 away from the back-to-back. The opponent is at 4. We throw the first Grass Knot. That draws the shield. We're at the back-to-back. And Cradilly is going to pull us out of a rough spot. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, another dreadful lead. Ironically, when we switched out of Mawile, we started to see the steals in the lead. We save switch into Quag, and here comes azumeril. We're going straight for the big Earthquake. Does azumeril respect the Earthquake? They do not. It lands for massive damage. The opponent builds to 7. I am going to respect a potential Hydro Pump, and the opponent baits me with an Ice Beam. You absolutely hate to see it. I am going to throw just as they reach the next Ice Beam. The opponent is going to have to shield up this Stone Edge. They do shield it up. They throw 2 more bubbles. Once again, they are at a potential Hydro Pump. I'm going to call an Ice Beam bait once again, and the opponent smartly goes for the Hydro Pump. However, looking at the health, we should be able to come in with Cradilly. We know they're on Ice Beam. We need to farm down. The farm down is beautiful. We leave with a move. We are going to be spamming out Mawile. The Registeel is staying in. Surely not another ABA Steel team. The opponent is not going to shield this power-up punch, but the Fire Fangs are now doing even more damage. I'm absolutely going to shield up the potential Focus Blast. It is a Focus Blast. In the back is Lucario, and we are going to absolutely feast. Once again, this is just a power-up punch. It will not KO. We've got the power-up punch locked and loaded, and we are probably not going to get lock on down before we take him out. The opponent doesn't shield, and this game is over. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we see Arachnid in the lead. The opponent immediately save switches into Lucario, so they're probably running at ABB double steel line, and I'm very sad that I bought Mawile in. We are going to shield up a potential Shadow Ball, and we are going to Fire Fang all the way down. If that Spider does return, they're really going to have a tough time of bug biting us down. The opponent comes back in to the Spider, and I'm going to go straight for the Play Rough. Play Rough should land for big damage unless the opponent shields. Arachnid is an absolute tank, and it actually did a lot more damage than I was expecting. The opponent throws the Bubble Beam. That almost KOs, and they've got Swampert in the back, and the opponent for some reason is trying to throw this battle. I've got no idea why they keep switching out of the Arachnid on Cradilly, as bug bites do hit us for super effective due to rock not resisting bug and grass taking super effective. So we are going to tank this first Hydro Cannon. The opponent is at the second Hydro Cannon. I am going to shield this one up, as obviously our Quag is not going to be able to mud shot down from that range. We are going to throw the Grass Knot. Grass Knot will definitely draw a shield from the opponent. I'm just looking to get as much bullet seed damage off as possible. We sneak one more. The win con now is going to be to come in and commit to the mud shot farm down. The opponent throws a Hydro Cannon. They do not commit to the Earthquake. You love to see it. Hydro Cannon doesn't do too much damage. The opponent's looking to get to the second. They fall short. We've got the Stone Edge locked and loaded. Hi Arachnid, bye Arachnid, GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle. We see Cradilly into Jellicent. Pretty good lead for us. Obviously Grass Knot has the potential to near one shot. I go straight for the Grass Knot. The opponent didn't catch. You love to see it. It does huge damage. The opponent switches out into escavalier. I am counting, I believe this is 6, but I thought I'm playing pretty poor today. I am going to shield it up, and my counting was correct. We shield up an acid spray like an absolute noob. The opponent comes back into the jellyfish. They are going to fire off immediately. Bubble beam, even with the lower defense, isn't enough. We managed to fire Fang all the way down. It's Lucario in the back. This game is going to be tricky, but the opponent no shields. Why the heck, with 2 shields, would you not shield it up? I know it's painful to shield up a power-up punch, but seriously, why didn't you shield Mr. Opponent? At this stage now, we're just going to commit 2 fast moves. We're not going to shield the first power-up punch, but we will shield the second. You can see that Mudshot is really chunking. The opponent is at the second power-up punch. We are going to shield this up. We are going to look to Mudshot all the way down. Unfortunately, we fall just short, but 1 resisted bullet seed is going to be enough to take that battle. And we managed to go 5-0 in that set. This team, like I said, was a bit RPS. It was pretty frustrating to use. That is a combination of using triple shadows in a meta which doesn't really suit triple shadows, and also how trash the game has been today. But either way, I wanted to get a video out today. I was unsure if I was going to run triple shadows in Fossil Cup, but we've been doing this since season 7. I'm not going to break the trend now. No matter what the meta is, I will always try and bring you that content. If you appreciate that time and effort that I put into it, I'd appreciate if you smash that like button. If you're enjoying the content and you're new, consider subscribing. If you like your triple shadow battles featured on the channel, link to the battle submission form is down below. A huge thank you to everyone for watching, and I will see you all in the next